Big H, y'all get one H, man, for today, for me. I'm your boy, Jay.
I'm your boy, Amy.
I'm your boy, Morrow. And today we got the worst WrestleManias of all time. Last week, actually today, the video just dropped earlier today. The best WrestleManias. So go check that out on the channel.
I'm gonna shoot it to y'all straight. We were gonna try to do both in one video, but
yeah, it was
kind of
went too long. Yeah, so this the worst WrestleMania. So we did best. Now this is worse. So yeah, man, let's jump into it, man. We gonna talk about some of the most egregious manias in history, man. They just had bad card or just bad finishes, whatever, to matches, whatever y'all want to hear. So man, I don't know, one of y'all could kick it off, man.
I got it.
Like you already got yours, I already thought.
I had mine too.
Go at WrestleMania 34.
Damn, he took mine.
That was the one in New Orleans, right?
That was the one with Brock and Roman.
That was, well, let's rephrase. It was the second one in New Orleans in 4 years.
That was when D. Bryan came back and made his return. Okay, all right.
So we obviously got the Charlotte and Asuka match, which
the end of Charlotte streak. I mean, Asuka streak. I mean.
So I'm like, that match was kind of mid. We got Nakamura and AJ Styles, which
they gave my mans them like 15 minutes, like limited time, for one of the greatest two superstars around the world. This was supposed to be a dream match for WWE fans. People, Japan already seen this. WWE fans was supposed to see this match.
That's what made me upset about it, because I had seen their Wrestle Kingdom match they had, and then the match of Mania. I'm just like,
it's like you
Wrestle Kingdom was here, Mania was here.
They insulted our intelligence. Like we know AJ and Nakamura could have had the greatest match of WrestleMania history, literally, and they just made it. Then Nakamura turned heel afterward, messed up his run. It was just bad, man.
Then we had Brock and Roman.
For the what, 85th time?
I call that the finisher match.
That's all it was. I think Roman got hit with like 6 F5, kicked out. He had some blood. Went for a spear. He got called an F5.
Because remember, they was having Brock beat everybody with one F5 into WrestleMania. And then Roman kicked out 2 of them, multiple. So, that WrestleMania was horrible. And it was
Undertaker and John Cena.
Like every match on that card was just lousy. Like
no, it had Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Miz.
Now that triple threat was cool. That was a cool match. But most of the main matches was just lousy matches. Like a 55-year-old Undertaker. Come on, man.
Braun Strowman getting a kid out the audience.
But hold on, I'm gonna talk about some highlights too. We're gonna talk about Ronda Rousey's debut. The one with it was Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie. It was a pretty entertaining match. I like that match, but
the funny thing is, for the video we're talking about bad wrestling.
I'm just talking about
not the good.
I know, but I'm just highlighting. It wasn't completely dog. It was mostly dog turds, but it had some highlights in it. But yeah, I just want to. All right, go ahead.
I like how some episodes you like to actually say it, but then like now you're just like dog turds. You really switch which way you want to use it.
Because man, I don't. I'm trying to keep it family oriented around here, man. Jayla the kids.
When has this channel been family friendly? I mean, we have a guy who literally wants to get a whole table and have a whole celebration that will not be happening on this channel. And you over here saying it's family friendly.
Jayla the kids. That's all I'm gonna say.
He family friendly.
You are not.
I'm not. No.
And I'm just the middleman.
Jayla the kids.
I do what I want to do.
But all right. I'm going with this WrestleMania for one reason, and one reason only. I'm going with WrestleMania 30. Only reason why is Undertaker being beaten for the first time at WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar.
The streak.
That ruined the whole thing for you.
It's over.
Pretty much.
You heard the way Michael Cole called it, though? The streak is over.
They didn't know how to do it, I think. They didn't play the man's music. It was just dead
a shock.
Silent.
Like, even probably the production people backstage didn't even know, like, Undertaker was losing. Like, they was ready to play Taker music. Like, yeah, he finna beat Brock.
I the whole thing ready for it on the screen.
Me personally, I felt like Brock was winning. Like, that was the right person. Let me tell y'all why. Brock Lesnar don't care about none of that. He's not a respectful human being. I mean, in real life, he is a nice dude, but character-wise, he was literally the only one pictured as not respecting Undertaker in that streak. Like, everybody else was like, I don't want to beat the streak because I respect it so much. Brock was like, no, I'm... But they were saying Undertaker chose Brock.
Yeah.
They were saying he picked Brock Lesnar to beat him.
Yeah, he had some say in it.
Well, my only opinion on it is I feel like it should have gone to an up-and-coming superstar.
Somebody was on the rise trying to make a name.
Yeah. Like how they did with, I can't believe I'm saying this, but how Baron Corbin retired Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
I mean,
nothing after that.
I mean, yeah, no, that's a good example though, because Corbin was looked at as that future star, and Kurt Angle has been. It's over with. So,
now, I'm not saying
talk to my man like that.
Not big Kurt Angle fan.
Now I'm not saying Baron Corbin has to be the one to do it. I believe. Was he around during this time period? Or no. So I was trying to remember when he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
2017.
Corbin?
Yeah.
16. That was his debut.
Oh,
WrestleMania 32.
okay, 16.
So it was 2 years later. But yeah, like I said, it should have went to an up and coming superstar. Brock has already.
I feel like Drew could have beat it. People was clamoring for Cena though. Like people was like, it's only right. Cena had his first match with Kurt, have his last match with him, and have Cena retire Kurt. People was thinking about that.
But
too.
the whole story was with Corbin for the whole year.
He took Kurt Angle's spot as GM,
right,
as the constable. So yeah, it was a storyline now already.
But yeah, for me, I mean, like I said, other than that, I mean, the night had some good matches throughout. We had John Cena and Bray Wyatt, which I thought was a good match.
Yeah.
We had
unfortunately Cena beat Bray Wyatt. Don't know why he beat him.
We had Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton and Batista, where we saw a Batista bomb into an RKO through a table. I thought that was a nice little spot.
Wrestlemania, man.
So there's some highlights. I could get into them all, but like I said, this ain't the...
Yeah, the Shield versus...
New Age Outlaws and Kane.
Yeah.
That was just random and weird, too.
But I mean, it has good matches, but like I said, we ain't talking about the good and bad of WrestleMania.
Just the bad.
So overall, that was a bad WrestleMania just because of the streak?
It could have went a different direction, but because of how they went with it, I'm putting it in it could have been better. So, not the worst, not the best, it's in the middle for me.
Okay.
I was going to say WrestleMania 34, but somebody took it.
Yeah.
Bro, it was, but alright, so for one of my least favorite WrestleManias, I'm gonna have to say WrestleMania 27, 2011. The Miz main evented against John Cena as the WWE champion. He won, but not without a little bit of help from the Rock Bottom. Even though he rock bottom both of them, but nonetheless.
The way you had
the finish was terrible. Yeah,
you had the main event and the double count out.
Yeah,
how did you think people was gonna feel about that?
And then I think Rock restarted it.
Yeah.
Miz won the match. It was just weird. A lot of the matches from that show, I think I liked Randy and CM Punk, but that story made sense from when Randy kicked CM Punk in the head back in the day, cost him the title. But Triple H and Undertaker, they match. But that show don't stand out. No matches really stand out to me at that show though. Like Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler had one of the longest matches ever at WrestleMania for a non-wrestler and an old superstar that's out of his misery. Like Lawler had to be like 65 at that, something like that, 55.
He was up there.
And Michael Cole, it was terrible. That show was just, WrestleMania 27 was one of the worst WrestleManias probably in history, in my opinion.
Edge had his last match.
Or one at the time we thought was going to be his last match.
Yeah. Jomo, that was actually Jomo's last match too at WrestleMania. John Morrison. And it was him and Snooki. It was him, Snooki, and I think Trish versus Dolph and Lay Cool. That was Michelle McCool's last match too at WrestleMania. So
everybody was just bailing out.
Yeah, everybody was getting ready to leave. So it's like, that Mania to me, that wasn't one of my favorite Manias. Like I probably wouldn't watch that again. Even like if I'm watching the year 2011 on Peacock, I'll skip WrestleMania and just go to the Raw after.
Damn.
You know. Can't watch that WrestleMania no more.
I'll give that highlight. I think the stage was pretty cool.
The stage was decent. I liked the color to the blue.
I liked the little cube that they had.
Yeah. You know, most of the Mania stages be cold though. You know, so yeah, but yeah, WrestleMania 27 for me, man.
I'll start bouncing it back this way. I'm saying WrestleMania 33.
In Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, stage was cold. I did like the little globe and everything, but we were talking about
It
stage.
looked like something from Scarface.
Seth Rollins had the burn it down entrance.
And then Triple H with the whole motorcycles coming down and everything.
He always go all out for an entrance at WrestleMania. Triple H.
Entrance always take 20
He gotta
minutes.
do it, man. When he had WrestleMania 30 was wild. He had Alexa Bliss, Charlotte, and I think Sasha Banks over there on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
There was also a year he had it where it was, I think it was 32. He had all those people come out with the masks holding the WWE titles.
Oh, yeah.
And you had Stephanie doing like this whole, like, he's the game, he's the triple.
Yeah, man.
Like all that. But just WrestleMania 33, the Shane AJ match just seemed.
Yeah, that got built up. I don't even really remember how that even got built up.
What match?
Shane and
AJ.
I don't know. I just remember AJ throwing him into a car window.
And he just beat him up in the parking lot. But there was something before that though, like why that even happened. I don't remember what it was. I have to go back and watch.
That was one. The Bray Wyatt Randy Orton thing. I mean, the build up to it was great. But then just you're having the match,
like worms,
and then you're having these little critters and whatnot just popping up at the
made
on
my
the
skin
arena.
crawl watching that match.
I'm just like, why?
Bugs in the ring, worms. That match was weird. And then Randy won in quick order. Like,
Oh, bro. One RKO.
it was over. I'm like,
I don't know why, but with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, the two times they faced each other at Mania, their matches end either quickly or end in a way you don't think they're gonna end.
yeah.
What else do we have? We have as what most people would label it as the most awkwardest, slowest strip tease by The Undertaker after his loss to Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
That one was out there.
That match was horrible to watch. Like Undertaker couldn't go no more at that point. And Roman, him not being as good in the ring at that point, it didn't make Taker look good. It was sloppy, bro. It was real sloppy, bro. Like it was like Roman was beating up on somebody that was in a nursing home or something like that. Like
It was bad.
he was just beating up somebody real old. Like that's like me beating up Ric Flair right now. Like
Man.
I'm 60 years younger than Ric Flair probably.
We have
Rick only like 72 or something, man. 73.
we are not speaking on his last match.
I still believe he was born old.
We have Brock and Goldberg. That match. Their matches, basically. I'm not even gonna say that one match. I'm just gonna say their matches overall. Just
Yeah,
they. If he had done it earlier when they were both younger, I would have
They
understood.
did.
Well, no, not like a little bit younger. Like not when they did.
Right,
They did
they
a
fought
couple
in
years
04,
earlier.
right?
yeah.
WrestleMania 20.
Yeah, that was bad too.
Basically, the whole thing.
And they both quit the company after that.
Because they knew they had a horrible match.
As a whole, could have been better. And then my last little... I mean, for this one, I was happy that the Hardys showed up, but the match, just like the teams that were in it, it just seemed like it was thrown together.
It was Sheamus and
You had the Bar, you had the Good Brothers, you had Cass.
Shea Morrow. Shea Zarro.
Oh, talking about the bar.
Yeah. We don't just set the bar.
We are the Bar.
They was 5-time tag team champions. Like, that's crazy how they won the titles 5 times. In that quick fashion.
Hard to believe that team started from a best-of-7 series against each other and then
destroying each other.
become 5-time tag team champions. But yeah, overall, WrestleMania 33. I mean, it had its moments, but there was a lot from it that I just look back and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I did appreciate the little proposal.
I was seeing that Nikki Bella, he a goofy.
Yeah, I couldn't care for it.
Like, you did all that, man. Proposed to Nikki Bella in front of thousands, millions of people around the world and thousands in the arena. And just for y'all to not even be together, like, what was the purpose?
I hope John
Like,
Cena.
was that scripted? Like, did Vince say go and propose to Nikki, or did John just do that?
Well, they were also on Total Divas at the time, so maybe they were trying to get some combination.
I don't think that was scripted. I think he just did that.
I hope John Cena was listening to Kevin Samuels before he passed away.
And Nikki, one of them type of women who she craved that. Like, yeah, propose to me in front of 100,000 people. Like, she craved attention. She seemed like, you know, like, I don't know, man. I ain't like that though. Him proposing like
Trash.
I ain't like that.
That match wasn't that good either.
I ever seen it Nikki versus Maurice and Miz.
Yeah.
Like,
Trash.
like Maurice was never, no, don't get me wrong, Maurice was in that era with the women where it was terrible, and she was one of the standouts for sure, but in the ring, I just could never get with Maurice. Like, I don't know, man.
But yeah, for me, WrestleMania 33.
I'm going to go with WrestleMania 36.
That was in the PC, right?
Yeah.
The one with no fans.
Now, before he says what he's going to say, I'm going to give them credit. Just for them, this is the one and only WrestleMania they ever had in the COVID pandemic era. So I will give them credit.
They had to.
No, 37 they did it.
I mean,
with
21
fans.
was still the pandemic era.
Yeah, but they introduced fans at that point. This was the first one, like, no fans, nothing.
Yeah, that was in the Performance Center. Like, it was,
Yeah.
They didn't even have, I don't even think they had the screens yet. I think it was just full-fledged, like, it was just them in the arena. That was it, nothing else.
That was horrible.
I'll give them...
Well, I'm just talking about, like, the matches they had, too. Like, there was some weird matches on there. There was, like...
Well, I was just giving them credit for them at least trying as best as they
I
could.
mean, for sure. Like, who did Liv Morgan wrestle? Liv Morgan had a match. And, like, some of the matches on that card were just,
Not
like...
memorable. I think Shayna lost to Becky.
Yeah.
When she was supposed to beat Becky Lynch.
But there was, like, some matches on there. I'm like...
Rhea
man.
and Charlotte for the NXT Women's title.
There was
Um,
a funny moment.
Edge and...
Edge and Randy had a great match.
But it went too long for me.
That was just a fight, you know.
Yeah, but I don't understand why they got so much time, though.
I will say this though, the one thing that kind of made me laugh during that was I believe I was working that day, and they had a match. It was the Kabuki Warriors versus who? Alexa and Nikki?
Yeah.
They were having a match, and I'm at work, so granted, I can't have my phone out to actually watch it. I got it in my ear, and then you don't realize, with all that crowd noise, how much it cancels the noise out from the ring. All I'm just hearing is Oscar speaking Japanese, and that's all I'm hearing. I'm like,
Just saying.
Like Aleister Black and Bobby Lashley.
I'm hearing like weird like moans and groans, and I went to one of the dudes in the produce department, and he's listening to it too. I'm like, you hear what I'm hearing, right? Like, this don't really sound like wrestling. This sounds like something else. And he stands there, he laughs. He's like, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, 36 has some strange stuff. I mean, obviously it was the pandemic.
I think, yeah, Elias and King Corbin, I don't understand why that was there.
Like, that was a WrestleMania match?
Yeah.
I forgot. Oh, they did throw some stuff together.
Didn't KO fight Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
That was Cesaro and Drew Gulak were in the pre-show.
Yeah, that was just a...
Otis beat Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, that was
for Mandy Rose, basically.
That was just pandemic WrestleMania. They didn't really care. They were just putting matches together.
One thing I want to speak on. The ladder match. The tag team ladder match.
Oh, yeah, it was Miz, Morrison. But didn't
Morrison
it was one by itself?
No, it was one for each team.
Yeah,
It was like one of the Usos, Morrison, and who else?
Jimmy, Kofi, and John Morrison.
For the titles.
That's when Jimmy got hurt.
Did Miz and Morrison win the tag titles?
Yeah, they were tag champions.
Yeah, they was. That's crazy.
Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins faced each other.
Yeah.
That was a good match.
Braun
Well,
Strowman
what was
and
the Sami
Goldberg.
Zayn match? There was a Sami Zayn match.
Sami Zayn. No, I don't think he was on the card. I think he was like.
No, he was on the card. I just seen him.
I think he was like a manager or something like that.
Yeah, right there. Oh,
He beat Daniel Bryan.
for the Intercontinental title. Or no, he was retaining.
I don't remember some of the matches.
Yeah,
It wasn't that memorable for it to be.
Yeah, that was a horrible Mania. Braun Strowman lucked his way into winning a Universal title because Roman didn't go to WrestleMania. He couldn't make it.
He wasn't even gonna be on the card.
So Braun was a transitional champion. Unfortunately.
I guess the only highlight was Drew winning the WWE title.
Yep, in 5 minutes.
That was the other thing that upset me too. Both title matches were like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, Braun basically dominated Goldberg. Dang. I knew Drew was beating Brock, but I didn't think he was gonna dominate Brock either though. But yeah, that Mania was bad. Now that I think about
The
it.
Boneyard match was tough. I rock with that. And
What about the Firefly Funhouse match?
I
with
felt
Cena
like
and White?
I had to make sure I wasn't on no drugs after I watched that match.
They had Cena in the NWO.
No, I
What
love-
is this, bro?
No, I loved after it was like, what's his name? Titus O'Neil was like, what the
Then
hell
John
did I
Cena got
just watch?
deleted.
Because I remember literally before they took fans out the arenas, Cena was on SmackDown and Bray showed up.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, they finna do Bray and Cena at WrestleMania. And then, unfortunately, they had to do that match.
Ruthless aggression.
I like the part in the match where they did the NWO, him and Bray.
Right, like Cena was in the NWO.
He had the whole, like, the towel, the t-shirt, the hat.
That was
It
weird.
was weird, but yeah, trash.
But alright, my last WrestleMania. I'm going WrestleMania 31.
For real?
There's some matches that I could have went without, and that's just me being honest. Sting and Triple H. I mean, you want to talk about pulling people from a nursing home to wrestle. I mean, not Triple H specifically, but just like you have all the DX guys who they're past their prime. You have all the NWO guys, again, past their prime, especially Mr. Kevin Nash, the man who likes to tear his quads. Could have went without that, in my opinion. I feel like you disagree with me.
I do. Because that was a...
I mean, it was a feel-good moment to have the legends come back, yes, but you don't need to overload a WrestleMania with it. The the Bray Wyatt and Undertaker match could have been better.
Man, what you expect? Undertaker was 87.
Okay, so you disagree with me saying how Sting and Triple H wrestled, but when I compare Bray Wyatt and Undertaker...
That match wasn't good, though. Undertaker, Triple H, and Sting was... They put in a lot of different stuff in there, like, to cover up for Sting being 87.
Yeah, they had to cover it up because they didn't believe in it.
Yeah.
What else?
I mean, I had a moment from that show. D. Bryan winning his last title. He won the IC title in a ladder match. That was decent.
I have a highlight and kind of a disagreement. The highlight for me, was him winning it. Just for me, it was just kind of the people that they randomly threw in that match. Like, I mean, at the time it was Stardust, which to me was just, why was he there in the first place?
They just put him in now.
Dolph Ziggler, R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, Bad News Bear, Luke Harper.
Like R-Truth was a goofy in 2015.
You didn't need R-Truth in there for sure.
Dolph
Dolph Ziggler and Ambrose, I would have left.
I would have put like Neville in there or something. Somebody who was really...
I think he was injured.
Oh, yeah.
Roman and Brock was a good match.
What?
Roman and Brock from WrestleMania 31 was a good match.
I don't really like that one either, though. That one was more of a barrage of Superman punches. Just him
It was
trying to knock
physical.
Brock down.
It had a
Just him
It was
trying to
physical.
knock Brock
It
down.
had a lot of storytelling.
I'm gonna be bluntly honest with this. I think one of Roman's and Brock's best matches have come from this past year. I'm sorry.
I mean, he only had one good match this past year.
To me, it was SummerSlam.
That's the one.
But
WrestleMania, I don't think was barraged with finishers as much as.
It wasn't. But it was a lot of it was so many Superman. It was the story was, can Roman knock Brock down? Can he get him off his feet? And he hit him with like 7 Superman punches before he finally got him down. Like Seth Rollins to me saved it, man. Like if Seth didn't cash in that night and make that moment, I don't know, that match probably would have, that Brock and Roman match would have fell under the category of one of the worst Mania matches too, though.
I'll give Seth credit. He's the only man to come out at WrestleMania with 2 WrestleMania moments.
Yeah.
The highlight of the night for him at the end was him winning the title by cashing in, but we cannot forget the tossed up caught RKO by Randy Orton.
That was wild, out of a curb stomp. That was wild.
That's really it.
Yeah. But like, I don't got another Mania that I don't like. It was really only 27 that I didn't like. Like all the other Manias I rocked.
34.
I like WrestleMania 28 and 2012. That was cool. Cena and Rock, the biggest match probably of all
Once
time.
in a lifetime.
You had Jericho and Punk.
Once in a lifetime.
You know, I liked WrestleMania 29. That was probably one of my favorites. CM Punk, Undertaker,
Can I
Triple H.
Can I speak on this one?
Crazy.
Because
29.
Yeah, can I speak on this one? So yeah, like I said, overall, this one had a lot of good matches. You had Cena and Rock running it back. You had Cena's redemption. You had Jack Swagger and Del Rio, which was a good build-up match. You had Ryback and Mark Henry, 2 powerhouses. I agreed with that.
But I didn't agree with Mark Henry beating Ryback.
I didn't agree with that either.
Why did he beat Ryback?
We had the up-and-comer Fandango defeat Chris Jericho.
That Mania was good.
We had The Miz winning the Intercontinental title from Bad News Barrett in the pre-show.
Pre-show, that don't count.
Well, I'm still acknowledging it that.
And that was Miz as babyface. That was horrible.
And he was just in the main event. Kobe was before that.
Yeah.
That's wild that you make it that drastic of a.
We had Team Hell No against Dolph and Big E. And then the 2 highlight matches of the night, you had, 2 more, because Cena and Rock was obviously a highlight match. You have Triple H and Brock Lesnar in a no-holds-barred. Triple H lost. He was forced to retire. And we had CM Punk versus The Undertaker.
That's the best match on that show to me. CM Punk. CM Punk proved that moniker of best in the world, not just a tagline, but that's real. CM Punk, at that point, CM Punk was the best wrestler in the world. But like,
I think I'm not going to lie. I think I literally named every match off that card.
I mean, CM Punk did prove that, he a top wrestler. It's just, his mussy just gets a little hurt sometimes. It's all good.
He's just an outspoken individual. It's.
Wait, I just realized, was the United States title not defended that night? I swear it was.
Who was the U.S. champion in 2013 at that point? I don't know.
Ambrose?
Nah, he wasn't.
No.
Nah, that was the Shield First Mania. He wasn't champion yet. I don't know. Maybe it was Dolph or something. I don't know.
No, Dolph wasn't that. Because I know for a fact they defended it that night. I know they did. Or he did.
2013.
Because I swore
Can't remember.
because I don't think the title went undefended. I don't think. I could be wrong.
What you on, man?
I'm just chilling, man.
No, it wasn't defended that night.
I don't even. No, I know who was the champion.
Kofi was.
And he was? Thought it was Antonio Cesaro.
No. Yeah, because it says here Kofi lost to Ambrose at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, he did. That's when the Shield won all the titles. So yeah, man, but man, let us know in the comments as to what's y'all worst WrestleMania that y'all ever seen, man. We just, man, WrestleMania's had a moments, good, bad, in the middle. But it's WrestleMania. We gonna watch it because it's WrestleMania.
We watch every pay-per-view.
WrestleMania this year. Going to Hollywood, we gonna see how it go, man. WrestleMania 38 was a good WrestleMania last year.
For sure.
So we gonna see if this year could top last year. Cody Rhodes came back last year. Like it was a great WrestleMania. Like,
I think 37 was pretty good too.
Yeah, that was
Edge, Roman.
Yeah, that one was people. That one go under the radar a little bit, but that was a good Mania too. Like, but yeah, man. Let us know in the comment section what y'all think, man. Drop it down below. Comment more, man. We read, we reply sometime. But just drop comments, man. That shows that y'all engaging, that y'all watching the videos. But yeah, man. I'm your boy Morrow.
I'm your boy Emily.
Money making jam, we out.